Today, I was supposed to study for my math test coming up. It's supposed to be quiet and peaceful. But then...
Allegra!
Yes?
I have an extra credit project where we have to explain the Black Death, 100 Years' War, and Papal Schism of the 1300s. And I have no idea what we're doing. Please help us. We need that extra credit to make up for the terrible WEMs and their low test scores.
Fine. But I charge $30 per hour. Where do I start? The 14th and 15th centuries. Such good times. No plagues to kill off more than 25% of the European population. No war, no conflicts within the church. If you agree with all that was just said, no wonder you need this extra credit. First, I'll look at the Black Death. The Black Death had many names. The Black Plague, the Great Pestilence, the Great Mortality, and as we all know, AP Euro. This plague started in 1346 when the Mongols catapulted bodies over the walls of the city of Kaffa. This is where the first outbreak occurred. Then the disease was spread through fleas on rats on boats.
In 1347, the plague reached Venice and Genoa. Then it reached France, and then Spain.
Second word. Dios mío.
So just so you have enough information, I'll just give you a few more dates and places the disease spread to. Okay, so in late April 1348, it reached Normandy. In June of 1348, it reached South England. In August of 1348, it reached London. In the spring of 1349, it reached Wales. In the summer of 1349, it reached Norway. In July of 1349, it reached Prussia. In the spring of 1349, it reached Russia. And in the spring of 1353, it reached Moscow, the center of Russia. Oh, I almost forgot. In 1349, a group of Christians called the Flagellants attempted to rid Europe of the plague by touring Europe while reenacting the death of Christ.
Let God forgive us. Please end this great pestilence once and for all. Let us whip ourselves to death. We are the ones that caused this pandemic. Don't blame God. Blame yourselves.
Hi, I'm Shea Romero with BBC News, and here today I have a leader of the Flagellants. So, how is it to be a flagellant?
It was great. I get to travel all of Europe, represent my main G, and be worshipped by thousands of cute girls.
I love you.
I love you too, random girl.
So, one question.
Yes?
How can I join?
Stop running away from me! Leave me alone! No, I want to be part of your group! Please! Get your gold demon box away from me! Please, let me be part of your group! Please! This is Shea Romero with BBC News! I'm on the run for her!
While the Flagellants were busy whipping themselves to death, the disease still continued to spread. The clergy all fled, and at least 15% of the European population was dead. Anyways, in 1354, the outbreak came to a halt. This is credited to the implementation of quarantines. Although it stopped for now, the plague still continued to show up until the late 1800s. Now, let's focus on the 100 Years' War.
This war started in the 1330s and ended in the 1450s. It was fought between France and England. It all started when Charles IV of France died without a male heir.
At least I don't have to worry about turning my women.
Which left the English King Edward III as a potential heir to the throne. Even though the English King Edward III, a nephew of Charles IV, was the closest heir to the throne, he did not become king because he's related to Charles IV on his mom's side.
And the title goes to Edward III! Oh, wait. Sorry, there was a problem. You're not the king. What? I'm a six! I'll get you, my pretty, and your little pieces of land, too.
There were three main battles that occurred in this war. In 1346, there was the Battle of Crécy, which was the first time cannons were used in battle. This resulted in an English victory. In 1356, there was the Battle of Poitiers, where Edward III's son defeated the French army and captured John II, which resulted in another English victory. And finally, in 1415, there was the Battle of Agincourt, which was yet another English victory.
What am I, chopped liver?
Sorry, Joan, there was also the Siege of
No, you don't get to talk about my greatness. Only I can talk about the battle that got me canonized by the Roman Catholic Church.
Well, okay then. Okay.
The Siege of Orleans, where I, a peasant woman, was able to make my mark and show that a woman can help change history. You see, before I came along, French morale was an all-time low. God?
Ah, yes, my child Jode. You must lead France to victory and defeat the English.
And I did exactly that. Unfortunately, I was burned at the stake at age 19.
So, how'd you die?
I was burned at the stake for helping the French against the British.
Dang. I'm in here because I choked on a muffin. Hey look, an English soldier.
Sacre Dieu!
Bonjour.
But hey, at least I didn't have to deal with arranged marriages or sexism, which all of the women had to deal with at that time.
It's that optimism about society that really helped you become a saint. Thanks, Joan. Wait, where'd you learn how to do that?
If I'm forced to watch all these, how do you say,
Millennials.
from up above, don't expect me not to pick up on their moves and dank memes.
Please edit that out of the final cut.
Anyway, sorry. The war ended in 1453 and it is mainly considered a French victory because the English did not manage to get to the French throne and they lost most of the land they owned in France. Finally, we will look at the Papal Schism, which began in 1378 because of the death of Pope Gregory VI and ended in 1417 with the election of Pope Martin V and the Treaty of Constance.
The schism started with the death of Pope Gregory VI. After this, Pope Urban V was elected.
Hey look, a cross.
He was the next Roman pope.
This prosperity does not last long because an Avignon pope is voted by the French people because they see Urban as an abusive pope and wanted the papacy to move to Avignon in France.
So now there were two popes fighting over the papacy. To make matters worse, there was a third pope elected that was supposed to replace the two, but there was a miscommunication, and now there were three.
In the end, there was a meeting called the Council of Constance, which ended the Papal Schism by getting rid of all three popes and electing Martin V to be the pope. Is there anything else you want to know concerning this era?
No, I think I'm good. Thanks, Allegra.
Good luck on your extra credit.
It was at this moment that I realized Sarah never paid me the $30 she promised. Oh well, I mean, I could have bought like an iTunes gift card or like food or something, because everything is so expensive these days, but whatever, I'll just be a poor student for the rest of my life.